Welcome to episode 3 of Progress Over Perfection. This progress report thing has been a doozy. You know, it keeps me with the feeling of feeling guilty, the feeling of letting you guys down. And I think it's going to be a positive force with helping me become the greatest I could possibly become, and rising to new heights. With that being said, we got to get into the failure this week. All right, I'm going to start off with the bad news. All right. Bad news is, let me take a look at it. What's the damage? $57 available. That means that I have spent $150 roughly of the $200 that I put on this credit card to pay it off. You know what I mean? So I failed to get through the week without fucking with it. You know what I mean? And the worst part is, I might have to continue fucking with it to get through the remainder of this week here. And also, at least until the money I have is supposed to be on my account will fucking show up. Because it ain't show up today, so it's pissing me off. So, nothing I can really do about it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I failed on that. But, I did make those payments. So here's the thing about these other two credit cards. Here's a fun little fact. I can't spend the money that I put on them back again, you know? So even though there is like $200 available or something like that, or even more than that, like $400 available between the two of them, I can't spend it, you know? Even when I pay it off, I can't spend it. It's restricted, you know? So the money I put there, I can't get back. So let's talk about next week's goals, all right? We did backslide a little bit on the credit one, but we did make these payments. Now, I did a little bit of math. Here's the thing. I believe that, to my knowledge, in order for you to be in good credit standing with the credit bureau, you need to be within 30% or less in spending in the credit limit of each credit line that you have available. So I need this $850 credit line, the gray card, to be at $255, because $255 is 30% of $850. And this $700 card, I need to be at $210 because that's 30% of $700. You know what I mean? And so with the balance being $450 and basically $645 on the other one, and we see the desired balances, I did a little math to figure out, combined, how much money do I need to put towards these two credit cards in order to bring them both down to the 30%. And that number is $630. That's how much money I have to spend to bring both of these credit cards down. One has to get a payment of $390, and the other one has to get a payment of $240. And that should do it. That's my goal. This video, next video I'm showing you, episode 4, next week, my goal is to be able to show you that I paid $630 towards both of these things, getting them down to 30%. Because at that point, I believe there will no longer be a pain in the ass. Now, speaking of paying towards something where it doesn't allow me to take the money back out of it, there's one other debt that's coming into effect, whether I like it or not, October 1st, because of this whole student loans things, and it's this one. Let me bring it up here. Boom. If you have any student loans debt with somebody, you've seen these people before with the letter M, the money. All right, these motherfuckers here. You know what I mean? Something to deal with, all right? Now you see the balance there, $3,700. And you see the first payment, ain't no payments made up in the past, so the first payment is $50, and they want it the 13th. That's this Friday the 13th. That's supposed to be bad luck. Let's hope good luck happen though, because we need it. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck. Yeah. But so yeah, $3,700. And so I'm gonna give him that $50 too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do that this week. So next video, I'm gonna show you me giving him that $50. You know what I'm saying? So that's a total commitment of $680. That's a $680 goal that I got lined up for y'all. And of course, eventually, I'm gonna make it a goal to pay back that $200 on that credit card. You know what I'm saying? But we did still pay off that SNAP loan. That's written in stone. That's done. You know what I mean? And we made those 2 payments towards this credit card here. And we're gonna make these payments next week going towards it. You know what I mean? This is the road to credit card debt freedom. All right? I got a lot of things in line. All right? First, I gotta get out of credit card debt. We're gonna do that by paying off these 2 credit cards, and we're gonna pay off that other one that's $200. And then we're gonna create a little bit of savings for ourselves so that we not so tempted to go right back into the credit card. You know what I mean? So we're gonna create a little bit of savings for ourselves, just maybe like $200 or $300 that we'll borrow from ourselves and pay back ourselves. You know what I mean? That way we're not always right up against the wall, right? So here's what we'll do. 680 for next week. You know what I mean? 680 for next week. That's looking really good. That's looking really good. Next goal here. Yeah, I wanted to show y'all this. This is the DoorDash account. Now, it's not showing it because it's literally months and probably years since my last DoorDash when I was really going hard at it. And I think the most I ever made was $300 and something. And I can't remember how many hours that took. It might have took like around 20 something like that. Maybe 18, somewhere in those ranges, right? To make that $300 and something in that week. But that was a lot of work. But I got goals that I'm trying to hit, like this $680 goal thing. So another goal that I want to make, I can't do it by next video just because of timing. I don't have the time, you know. But by the video after that, we're gonna see how it's looking. I want to start making like about $100 a week on DoorDash, and I want to take that money and start saving it directly towards my house money. There's a challenge that I have coming up. I want to make $10,000 in 4 months, as in save $10,000 in 4 months. And I need my income to be steady and increase and forever making money in order to make that happen. And I'm determined to make it happen. So first, we're on a journey to credit card debt freedom. We're going to be credit card debt free. Then we're going to make a challenge. We're going to pay off this $3,700. This $3,700, this thing right here, we're going to pay it off. That's going to be paid off by the end of, by Christmas. That shit going to be gone. You know what I'm saying? By Christmas at least, that shit going to be gone out of here. You know what I mean? Should be gone by the end of November for real. You know what I mean? But can't predict the future, right? Can't predict the future. October just started really getting into it. November start. So I say by mid December, we knocking that shit out. 3,700, we killing it. And you know why? Because for 4 months, the first 4 months of the year next year, January, February, March, April. End of April, I want my 10 motherfucking grand by the end of April. You heard me? That's my money for my house. I want my 10 grand by the end of April. And you know what else I want to happen by the end of April? I want my credit score to be 700 or more. And I also want, well, in October will make 2 years of me employed at this plant. I told y'all what I needed to get my mortgage. 2 years employment in the same place. 10%. At least 10% of a down payment on a $100,000 house. And credit score is 700 or above. I get these 3 things, I'm ready for house shopping. You heard me? And if I get it done by April, then I can start my other challenge for April and start saving up for this vacation that I need to turn 30 in New York. All right, so it's good money going towards the vacation and towards a car for next summer. Because we riding this something different. We riding this something different next summer. Next summer, we're gonna make sure not to spend all the money on that vacation. Because really, I want that 4 months. I want the next. Hold on, April. So May, June, July. We only gonna have 2-3 months. Whatever amount of money we could get, by the time July hit, we buying something with that. We buying something with that. All right, so we gonna DoorDash till we can't no more. We gonna get every dollar available. We gonna go hard for those three months. Cause we gonna get a car that is worth fucking having. All right, we gonna run the one that we got into the motherfucking ground till we get it. All right, that's a motherfucking fact. You heard me? So look, that shit only got 150,000 miles, and it's a Honda Civic, and it's been a little beat up, sure, but it's gonna make it. It's gonna make it. It's gonna make it. You heard me? So we got major goals here, but you heard the goal. For the next episode, I'm pulling up with a $680 goal. That's getting these two credit cards down to 30% usage on both of them. And when I do that, that's gonna be amazing. That's gonna be amazing. And that's gonna make paying them the final amount, good amount down off, that's gonna make that even more possible. You know what I mean? So I look forward to doing that. I look forward to the next video, and I look forward to the next progress report. Remember, progress over perfection. All right, you gotta start somewhere. You gotta admit your mistakes. Look at me. This is episode 3, and I already failed with using the credit. All right, I'm here to report that failure, no doubt. And I'm not even immediately correcting it either, because I can't. I'm taking that money, and I'm putting it towards somewhere where I know I can't get it back, and I can't backslide off that. It's gonna be permanent gains when I put it towards those 2 credit cards, and when I put it towards the $50 towards that debt. So I'm putting it towards permanent gains instead of this credit card that I'm gonna have re-access to. I don't have access to these 2. So with that being said, you know what I mean? Oh, one last thing. I was thinking about closing these 2 credit cards out after I pay them off. But you know something? You know something? I might keep a little bit of a balance on there and try to keep them open so that it shows lines of credit, because there might be a way of artificially boosting my credit score. If I get another credit card that I have access to, they're going to look at my credit and see he has access to almost $1,000 worth of credit and he's not using it. Hopefully it shows that I could still use it even though I can't. Who knows? All right. If it's not helping me in that way, then I might close it out. But I'll do some investigation before I just close out an account that I've had for like maybe 2 years that will show decent. Still, because the amount of time you have had the credit line shows decent on your credit too, of having maintained a decent credit payment for a long period of time. They respect that. So, but I do have one other credit card that I've had for a while anyway. That I'll be happy to keep, the 201 that you give it. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week. All right, progress over perfection. Remember to like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.